Hiya then folks, welcome to episode 7 of Boating on a Budget. I'm the Tight Yorkshireman.
And I'm Mrs. Tight Yorkshireman.
Otherwise known as Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here we are. We're just bringing our boat back from where we had it blacked. I'm sure you've seen on the previous vlog. We had it in the dry dock, took it out, blacked the bottom. We're now bringing it back home, ready to start the project properly.
There we are.
Yeah. But this is actually day 2 of the journey home. Day 1, we were at work, earning the pennies to pay for the boat. So me and my mate James Thomas, who wrote the song Drifting Along that we play on the vlogs, we did the first leg of the journey yesterday. And I got a bit of footage there. So we'll show you what we got up to. Then we'll come back to me and Dawn. We'll discuss what happened in the dry dock, what we found, and then we'll have a look at how much it's cost. Dum dum dum. The costings.
Overtime.
Get some overtime in, Dawn. Yeah. So let's have a look what me and James got up to, and we'll see you in a minute. Morning, James.
Morning.
Are we enjoying being on the boat?
Yeah. Quite easy this.
Drifting along, you could say. Drifting along. Do you know anybody who's written a song about drifting along?
No, thankfully no.
No. Same person who wrote a song about Rotherham Borough Council, maybe.
Don't get me started on that.
So you've come along to help do locks, swing bridges and lift bridges. How much do you know about locks, swing bridges and lift bridges?
It's nothing I don't know.
So you're positively an expert then?
I don't even know what to do when we're passing this boat here.
Oh dear. No, so you're confident you know what you're doing then?
Yeah.
Thoroughly researched.
If Dawn can do it.
Oh.
I can pay for that.
Yeah, so we are very shortly going to be at Bramwith Swing Bridge, which is going to be James's first test. See how much research he's done.
I'm going through a gap here. I'm not confident about this gap. There's a gap with concrete and trees.
Yeah, and just remember I've just spent a week blacking this boat. So ideally we don't want great big scratches down the side of it, thank you.
I'm actually khaki it now.
So we have set up the little GoPro camera. So as we get to the lock, the swing bridge even, it will capture every moment of me trying not to scratch the boat and James performing like a clown trying to open it. So James is now off. See if he can work out how to work this swing bridge. Having never done a swing bridge or even a lock or anything before, I don't see as anything could go wrong here. I must say, in reality, operating things like these swing bridges and the electric locks and the lift bridges is actually very straightforward. You basically go to the control panel, put your key in, turn it on, and from there you just follow the instructions that are given by a series of lights. In effect, you can't go wrong with it because it'll not let you do it out of sequence, and likewise it'll not let you leave the bridge open, as it'll not give you your key back until everything's done and the bridge is closed back up again. Singing for his supper today, look. So we're in Bramwith Lock. Filling her up. Next few locks are all electric though. Yeah, go on, wind them up. I say that as though I know what I'm talking about. I'm just making this up as we go along. See, what James is doing is what Dawn normally does. And I'm normally stood on boat, wondering where my next cup of coffee's coming from and whether it's time for a bacon butter. So that there on the left is the new cut. And that's the direction we go. Obviously, as the sign says, we're heading kind of Leeds, Gull kind of way. But we're not. We're heading back to Rotherham. So we're carrying straight on down that way. And next stop, Barnby-Dun Lift Bridge. Nice heron sat on the bridge there. So you've done your first swing bridge and your first lock. How did we find that?
Yeah, energetic.
Energetic.
I'm aching.
Aching already. Good job all rest at locks are electric locks then, isn't it?
So it's supposed to be the easy life, isn't it? Got
Yeah.
these legs.
So, the electric locks are easy enough, you just get a sore finger from pressing all the buttons. Unless of course there's lock keepers on, and then we're alright.
Yeah.
But you found it alright, no issues.
No issues.
No issues, and I didn't crash the boat, so the blacking's still all in good condition, so we're all good, aren't we? Is it whistling? Right. Kettle's boiling. Time to make a brew. You're fancying doing Land's End to John O'Groats on a bike, aren't you? Yeah, done it before, haven't you? In your youth, when you were young, fit and agile.
Yeah.
Not old and broken.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can even manage it.
But now you've got the idea of doing it on a bike that somebody's given you for free, haven't you? So that you've got the added achievement.
I will do it.
But what I'm thinking we should do is, we should get our magnet out and fish a bike out from in there. Because in these canals, there's hundreds of bikes. Gotta be hundreds, thousands maybe.
Yeah,
So how
let's
cool
do
would that be, to ride Land's End to John O'Groats on a bike that you've
found.
fished out the canal?
Yeah.
Or even a series of bikes that you've managed to like fish a few out and make one good one out of a few bad ones.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's a 1970s ladies shopper bike with a 3-speed Sturmey Archer gear set. Because there's no hills between Land's End to John O'Groats, is there?
No.
Just poddle along.
Like Lincolnshire.
With-
All way.
Put your little shopping basket on the front. Because you'll not want to take much with you, seeing as I do recall picking you up from when you cycled the Chesterfield Canal once, and you did sort of confess that all you had to eat all weekend was a bag of peanuts because you'd forgot to take any food with you.
Don't challenge me to do it on a ladies shopper, because you know that I will.
Well, there we go. Is that a challenge then, ladies and gentlemen? So James do Land's End to John O'Groats on a ladies shopper bike that ideally we've fished out of there. What do we think? And while he's doing, he could write some more songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Riding along, I think we'll call it.
yeah, riding along instead of drifting along. That sounds like the challenge is now set. So once James has worked out the instructions, as he's just there, just next to that toilet block, we'll be doing Barnby Dun lift bridge, which means stopping the traffic, lifting the bridge, me powering on through, and then James dropping the bridge. We did show us coming through Barnby Dun lift bridge on the vlog where we were coming up to the dry dock, but I have included it again on this vlog as we go back, basically because I think these kind of bridges epitomise what our boat is going to be all about. And by that I mean it's just simple and effective and does the job it needs to do. Lift bridges use a very basic principle of engineering, and that is that the weight on the back is the equivalent of the weight of the road that it's lifting, and therefore it's a very simple process to get that road lifted for the boat to go under. And in effect that's what we're looking for with our boat. Simple, effective, and does the job we need it to do. It certainly won't be over engineered. Lock number 1, day 2. This is where we'd left the boat overnight, and she's still here, fired up, ready to go. Dawn's just setting the lock, and I'll untie and we'll make a move getting back home. Morning, Dawn. Are we ready for a fun day boating? Good. Did you enjoy working yesterday while me and James were bringing the boat back? Good girl, earning the pennies to pay for it. She's filling up and then we'll be off. Right, so that was mine and James's first day on the boat. And as you saw, James has accepted the challenge of doing the Land's End John O'Groats on a 1970s 3-speed Sturmey Archer bike that we're going to pull out the canal. With fun round. I wonder if he'll take more than a bag of peanuts though, like he did on the Chesterfield Canal. It's a little bit further doing that. But yeah, so getting back to our project, obviously we were in the dry dock and everything went alright, didn't it? Yeah. I mean, we got her out, cleaned the bottom down, and we were happy with what we found. Yeah. Few little bits of work it looks like it might need in the coming years. Little bit of pitting on the hull, but nothing major. Certainly be dealt with either.
Yeah, not to worry about, is it?
Bit of welding or maybe even a touch of overplating, but like we said, nothing. We're not losing sleep over it. And we know we've got a nice solid hull that's all nicely blacked, so we can crack on with the project, can't we?
Certainly can. Yeah.
Well, so everything went alright with the dry dock as well. But Boat World does live in its own little time frame though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing rushes in boatyards. I mean, we've not mentioned what boatyard it was. Some people might recognise it, but we're not asking for comments on who it was. We've got absolutely no issues with the boatyard.
No,
They did brilliant.
They were amazing people,
but obviously we're not, it wasn't an advert for them or anything.
No.
They did alright, but Boat World does work. If they say it'll take a week,
it will take a week.
There's no rush. You just kind of have to, just like out here on the canals in the boatyard, you also have to go with the flow down.
Absolutely, yeah.
The best bit I think though for them was your flapjack. Dawn's flapjack swayed them to help out a little bit more, I think. Yeah, so we'll continue the cruise. It's only kind of a little vlog, this one, just showing us getting the boat back. Hopefully the next one will be we'll start to rip everything out, which is, I want to say, it's exciting and also a little bit daunting. It's going to be a fun few months ahead. So yeah, enjoy the cruise with us. We'll see what we come across over these next few hours making our way home, and then we'll catch you in a week or two when we'll have sledgehammers, crowbars,
tears, tantrums,
blood, sweat,
Tears.
tantrums. At least we're not scraping and sanding now. The whole of the last vlog we're just scraping and sanding, so yeah, we'll see how we get on. Let's have a look what we get up to. Is it just the Tight Yorkshireman that passes things like that and thinks logs, fire, free heating, or does everyone do it? What do we think, Dawn?
I think you're tight.
Oh.
No. Let's reverse and go get it.
You've got the chainsaw.
Pair of scissors.
Might take a little bit of hacking at with a pair of scissors.
What about bread knife?
Spot on. Bread knife made for the job.
Lovely.
Or we could just tow it to the back of the boat and like tow it all the way out, and then just chop a bit off as we need it.
You've come up with best ideas so far.
I know. I'm full of good ideas. You remember I had that good idea? Ooh, why don't we buy a boat?
Then you come up with, oh, let's get another one.
Yeah. I think we'll leave. One thing we do need is a decent mattress, because that mattress topper we've got is terrible in it, Dawn.
Terrible. I'm still feeling the pain now. That was 2 weeks ago.
I wonder if there's any spare in that van just there. Quick, more up. Let's have a look. Dawn, I've had an idea.
Go on then.
I've had a right good idea.
Go on then.
Look at that. That's some kind of like derelict building-y type thing stuck off at canal. Clearly nobody uses it, it's half full of trees. What about the Tight Yorkshireman's boatyard?
How's that? I think that's had a bang on here.
That would be brilliant. It's even got a crane, we can lift things with it.
I shake my head at you.
Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this space.
I don't mind a little bit of role reversal. Not bad. You're right, love there.
Marvellous. Doing me bit. You like 2 eggs or 3 bacon, double sausage, toast, beans, fried bread, black pudding.
Eggs Benedict, please.
That tower there is my kind of a nightmare. Can you imagine climbing up all them open steps? Obviously can't really tell how high it is from here, but I'm reckoning 100 feet, couple of 100 feet, and you've just got an open staircase to walk up. Why would you want to do it?
10 pence if you'll do it.
I'd want more than a shiny 10 pence. In fact, I reckon for a shiny 10 million, I still couldn't actually walk up there. If I were intended to be high up, I wouldn't have been made the height that I am. No, not for me, that kind of business. I'll keep my feet on this boat. And we can hear, there's an alarm going off over there. I'm not sure if they've heard that we're on the water. Well, I think this is the 3rd lock of the day, and this is the point that I really am glad that I got Dawn with me, because it's a floating pontoon next to the lock, and to get up to the lock you have to go up there and then up them steps, and I don't do them steps like that, so it's a good job that I've been able to stay on boat. But I think that was a signal from Dawn to say it's all set and ready, so I better do my job. So So I think this answers one of the greatest footballing questions ever. If we think back to Italia 90, semi-final, Chrissy Waddle stepped up to take that infamous penalty kick. Could England make it through to the final? And alas, he kicked it that hard and that high, stayed in orbit until 2020 when it's landed in Old Walk Lock in Rotherham. So I'll get that ball back for you, Chrissy, and you can keep it as a memento. We never did want to win the World Cup anyway. So here we are, nearly back at our home mooring. Been a good week or two, hasn't it?
It has.
Apart from getting covered in blacking. But no, now we're nearly back. We'll
And having to use one of them again.
Last couple of locks are the good old windlass, aren't they? Yeah, you enjoyed that, didn't you? Tested them muscles out. Yeah. So now we're nearly back. We'll get sorted, we'll have a brew, and then like we say, we'll get that calculator out, work out how much we've spent, how much all this blacking and dry docking cost, bring all the accounts up to date.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like beans on toast.
Yeah, I like beans on toast anyway. It's just when we're down to just the beans that's the problem. Unfortunately though, by the time we'd actually got back to the mooring, tied up, had a good gossip, caught up on everything that had been happening, and got ready to do the filming, it was starting to go dark. And the lights in Leander Lady aren't very good. So what we'll do instead is we'll just quickly now run through the costs of the dry dock and everything else we've spent so far this month. And we'll then add that to last month's figure, and that'll give us an overall cost of where we are so far on the project. So as you'll see, Dawn's been in her element this month. She's been shopping like you wouldn't believe. At least there ain't been any Timberland boots this month. But now, a few of the bits we've not actually used as yet, but now we've got them, they're there, ready for when we do need them. What we will do as well, in probably a month or two's time as the project is progressing a little bit more, we'll have a full vlog that's just all about the costs so far. And in that one, we'll run through in a bit more detail exactly what we spent it on, and what we needed it for. Obviously some of the things are fairly self-explanatory, but a few of the bits we might just need to elaborate on what we needed them for. So as you'll see, over the month we spent £1,377.25, which brings the running total for the project so far to £9,560.75, which for a fully functioning boat that we're now confident's got a good hull and an engine that works great, we think that's pretty good, and I'm sure you'll agree with us. However, this is where the fun really begins. We're now going to start taking it all apart and getting ready to rebuild it. So we hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you have, click the like button, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, which is free, just give that subscribe button a click as well. And if you hit the little bell icon next to it, that'll give you notifications each time we put a vlog on, and you can follow this project as we do it. If you've got any questions or queries, or even any ideas of some things we might like to do, just drop them in the comments below. And we'll be back in the next week or two with the next instalment of our project, Boating on a Budget. So we'll see you all later, folks.